Welcome. At date of publish, this is the latest 3-channel dashcam to be released by Viofo, called the T130. I'll cover some of the specifications during this video, but first, let's start this by the unboxing and enjoy the way the packaging is presented by Viofo. A first look at this pre-released unit. It's cylindrical in shape, housing two high-resolution cameras. Front-facing camera uses the Sony IMX335, which has 5 megapixel sensor. The cabin camera uses the OmniVision's 2 megapixel sensor. It's also complemented with 4 infrared LEDs built in. These infrareds are invisible to the naked eye, and I think they're running at about 940 nanometers. The body with the main lens rotates. You may notice there's no screen on this particular dashcam. It uses software that you install on your phone, made by Viofo. Great thing about it is it controls all the features, but this particular dashcam also talks to you. So when it switches on, it tells you it's on, it tells you how many cameras are connected. When you press the Wi-Fi button, it'll tell you the Wi-Fi's been engaged. So it has, and it speaks very good English. It's quite an impressive package. A little tip, just watch out for the power and the rear camera connector. It's quite easy to muddle them up, and you could end up finding yourself not having a camera that works, but it's fine, it can cope with that. So make sure you plug the power into the power connector on the camera. The third rear-facing camera uses the Sony Starver sensor with a 2 megapixel sensor connected by a USB-C cable. This connector to the rear camera is possibly the first dashcam to use a USB 3 connector on each end of the cable. The rear camera housing has a unique feature where it can be rotated 360 degrees, removing any angle mounting problems when using a USB-C straight connector. The connector does not turn, which removes any potential damage to the internal wiring. It's quite a clever design. This Viofo charger is a permanent connector. There's no USB connector at the cigarette lighter socket. It runs on 24 volt or 12 volt, outputs 5 volts at 3 amps, and it uses a USB-C connector. The advantage of this type of connector is that the cigarette lighter, there's no more USB port, so the cable will never become dislodged, causing the dashcam to be disconnected from power and causing intermittent faults. The rear camera cable is a 6 meter length USB-C to USB-C connector, and here we'll demonstrate how easy it is to plug in, and also that you can rotate the camera and have that right angle connect in the opposite direction, unlike a micro USB cable, which can cause you a lot of grief. So great improvement here. The right angle connector may have some issues with the rear camera being connected. Something to watch out for. Have to give a shout out to this so-called spludger tool. It's quite firm, sturdy, and it's really useful for trying to lever the things around the roof lining so you can fit the cable. Other nice features that are added to this package is a replacement tab for the camera and also another one for the rear camera, so if you do need to change it, you have backups there. And a nice addition they've supplied is a TF to USB card reader. I had a bit of trouble getting the plug off, but it's probably just my fumbling hands. This can be very useful when you're removing the TF card out of the camera and you need to play it into a device that accepts USB. Very cool addition to the kit. Static windscreen stickers. Here we find the Viofo's user manual for the T130. It's very comprehensive and it covers 28 pages. Actually has color images in the back of it showing how to connect the dash cam to your mobile phone, as you need to use an application for this particular product as there's no screen. But it's pretty straightforward. We'll work through it. And there's just some the things that come with this kit and a few of the accessories. Accessories you can get for this unit is the HK3-C hardwire kit, the circular polarizing lens filter, and the Bluetooth remote. It's pretty cool. In previous Viofo dash cams like the A119 version 3 or the 129 Duo and Pro, that connector was attached to the GPS, but in this camera it only has that small surface, so you can still remove the camera off the windscreen if you need to for security reasons or just to take it inside. Here's the polarizing filter, circular polarizing lens filter. I'm just demonstrating that here. When you do fit it, don't forget to take the plastic off before you put it on. The Bluetooth remote, it says it's for A129, but it also works for a T130. And just to finish off, some positioning locations, front view of the camera, and behind the rear vision mirror. It sees everybody in that position and how the rear camera's been fitted. Thanks for watching with the first effort of interior camera positioning.